Everything we do in life is as a result of a choice we made. What does that mean? What does that even mean? I chose to save my life 4 years ago. What? What is that supposed to mean? Before I get into it, let me just remind you, it is 1 year since I started YouTubing. I love this and I feel so empowered every single day that I put out another YouTube video. I love it. I absolutely love, I have a passion for what I do. I have a passion for putting out YouTube videos. I have a passion for being able to share my amazing diamonds, my amazing ideas. And as a result of it being a 1 year anniversary, the 1 year anniversary, I'm giving away a free gift to my 10th subscriber before 12 o'clock a.m. You got it right. The 10th subscriber will receive, that's the 10th subscriber today. Every 10 subscribers today will receive a free gift, free shipping worldwide for free. You live in Hong Kong, you live in New Zealand, you live in Bangkok, you live in Korea, I will ship you out a gift free worldwide, regardless of where you live. It's free. Free gift for my 10th subscriber. And my 100th YouTube subscriber, whatever day that might be, you will receive a free gift, free shipping worldwide for free. Okay, let's jump right into it. What does that mean that I chose to save my life? What does that mean that everything we do in life is a choice? It's been proven, and many scientists talk about this, and that is that we make choices. Is that a brainstorm? Not really. It seems to be quite obvious. Everything we do in our life is as a result of a choice we made. I chose to get married to a person who brought me to England. That's a choice I made. I chose to save my life after 14 years of marriage, to save my life because my life was in peril. That was a choice I made. I chose, and as a result of saving my life, certain facts, certain realities played out on the ground. I choose to put out YouTube videos, whilst I've had people telling me, Jessica, you need to shut up and disappear and go study in university for the next 15 years. I've had people telling me that. That's their choice to come out with that proposition, with that suggestion. I chose to do what I made a choice to do. That is my point. You know, I was watching Bashar today. Bashar is an amazing guy on YouTube. I won't get into much of his story, but Bashar said something brilliant. He came out with two very amazing points. One point he came out with was when a woman was literally crying to him and saying to him, you know, I feel so alone in this world, and I've faced so much rejection in my life. He said to her, well, why are you facing so much rejection? Like, what's the matter? She said, well, I'm always being judged by everybody, and I'm afraid to just put myself out there. So Bashar turned to the woman and he said, you mean people who haven't lived a single hour within your body are passing judgment upon you, and you're allowing that to affect you? How does that even work? How would you, do you not realize that people who are judging you have something very deeply internal which they are most definitely struggling with? That's why they're judging you. Do you not realize that? And she was like, yeah, but I feel so alone. He said, you know, if you take away the L from alone, what do you get? A 1. We're all part of the same, we're all one, we're all part of the same universe. You wouldn't be alone if you weren't part of the general universe, general society, general heart of society. All our hearts are connected. And so you're obviously you're actually part of the general universe. And you know, you're lucky to be part of this universe, because you are a very great human being. Every human being is great. Every human being is part of the amazing dynamic of this universe. And if you take it apart even further, you'd realize that you're so not alone. Now, there are a lot of people who take the loneliness and they take it to the nth degree, and they say, oh, it's just terrible. I'm alone. I have no friends. It's rejection once again. Everyone's against me. Blah, blah, blah. The thing is that Do you know what you could do when you're actually alone? I've had a lot of alone times in my life. And you know what I've actually done? I started watching Arundhati movies. Now, if I was with a lot of people in my life, I would never have watched Arundhati movies or Bashar movies or Dolores Cannon movies or Tony Robbins movies or Sadhguru movies or Rabbi Yudukevich, Mukubal Rabbi Yudukevich's movies, and a host of more YouTube videos. I would never have been able to watch all that. And there's no way I would have incorporated those ideas which they have taught me. I have spent hundreds of hours watching these videos and envisioning and really, really believing in the ideas which they put out there. If I was part of, if had to be with people the whole time and I didn't have my alone time, I would be alone in a public setting. I would be alone in a group. I'll be alone in a meeting, in a party. Who needs that, right? Now that's not to say I haven't had lots and lots of parties. I had a lot of parties in the last 6 months, more than I've had in years of my life. But the point is that you need to cherish, you need to appreciate, you need to understand your alone time. And you need to look at your situation, which you have made a choice to see one way, and you gotta perhaps observe and see it another way. So many of us don't understand that we could actually observe and see what appears to be a negative situation in another light. You're struggling. Maybe you're struggling and there's a lot of energy in that struggle because that's supposed to get you up to a higher playing field. Maybe somebody has rejected you because you're supposed to take that rejection and do something positive with it and enlighten the world with your amazing ideas and amazing diamonds you have to share. How often do we go through life just being the reactionaries of the people around us? A lot of people know this. A lot of people know that they can push other people's buttons and they do it continuously. And they're mavericks at it. And mavericks at manifesting their means of manipulation. You could either be manipulated as a result or take a step back and not allow yourself to become consumed and not allow yourself to become pushed into that energy. We all have different energies, we all have different frequencies, and not everything affects us. Recently somebody turned to me and she said to me, Jessica, you really should not be playing music. It's not good for you. And I'm on my third instrument right now. That's guitar, keyboard, and violin. I was like, what does that mean? And then I realized she had a choice to allow the ear out of her body assert such a comment, and I have a choice to take that comment and see it as ear, just like that. It's just ear. It has nothing to do with Jessica Madden. It was just ear that came out of her mouth. Big deal. We have choices. We make choices. We make a choice whether somebody else could penetrate us with a means of criticism. Criticism coming from a person who hasn't even lived 5 minutes in our life, in our body, in our setting, or we could take that and just see it as ear coming out of their body, ear coming out of their body, ear and the sound of a voice. And it's been proven scientifically that in a couple of years' time, 30, 40, probably more like 60 years' time, we won't even be moving our lives when we communicate with other people. Telepathy will just become just part of humanity. It will just be chips in the brain connecting. So, Ross, today we are we take everything very heavy, and we take everything very serious, and we allow somebody else's assertion to weigh us down. In reality, what we could do is not allow it to weigh us down and just see their assertion, their comment, as ear with a sound coming out of their mouth. We make the choices we make. We are a result of our choices. And Bashar also talked about the fact that so many of us are affected by the results of our expectations. We think we'll invest money somewhere and we're not successful. And we thought we did all the laws of attraction and all the tricks of the trade and the magic. But the problem is that we are focusing on the result. Don't focus on the result. That's when you'll see success. Don't give a calibration and a means and a definition and a label to negative, to what appears to be negative or positive results, negative or positive appearance to be outcomes. That's how you succeed. That is the trick of the trade. I want to point out as well that I was watching Dolores Cannon last night. I watch a lot of her stuff. I'm always awed and inspired by her amazing ideas. And she spoke about this concept of literally focusing on time as something which is with an existence in the now, in the present, in the past, and the future. Use the choices you make today as a magnifying glass and as a projection for the choices of your past. Bashar also talks about this. Use the choices you make today as a magnifying for your past, present, and future. And once again, don't allow somebody else to push your buttons. Make the choice not to let somebody else push your buttons. Make the choice not to become somebody else's impulse, not to become somebody else's automatic button pusher. So many of us are so used to the idea that if somebody sends us a comment, we hit right back. We use our ego and we hit right back. What happens as a result? What happens as a result? What happens is that we become very reactionary and they do it again. It's like a child pushing a button. The child sees that when they push the button, the door opens up and the glass goes falling down, and they quite like it, and they like the sound of smashing glass. So what do? What does a child do? The child does it again. On a similar note, very similarly, when somebody else sees that when they hurt us, they are successful, they do it again and again. Don't be somebody else's push of an impulse. Don't react to somebody else. Make that choice. Be your own independent person, and you will be successful. That's my message today. One of empowerment, one of resilience, courage, and success. I see success already happening in my life, one miracle after another. And I am loving it. I'm loving this journey of renewal, of awareness. Whilst a lot of people can't buy into it, they prefer to have everything very simple. Incarnation doesn't exist. What you see, what you put in, you get out. You must go to university. You must get an education. You must get at least a 5-year education. You must give yourself the full awareness that everyone around you does, because that's what works for them. It's definitely going to work for you. You must educate yourself properly, blah, blah, blah. That's their choice. You could choose to buy into it, or you could choose to find another path which you think might work differently. Again, I really cherish and appreciate the times I have alone. I cherish and appreciate the times that I live alone, the times I have alone. I could study and I could configure exactly where I am in this world, what I want to do, what choices I want to make. Do I want to be the reaction of somebody else? Do I only want to believe in the idea that university education of 5 years is what I must do? Or do I want to believe in that maybe something else is better for me? Do I want to believe in the fact that I believe in incarnation? Or do I want to go to parties and people tell me that incarnation is a crazy idea and it just consumes you with stupidity? I make the choice. I'm lucky that I have the choice because I have a lot of alone time. I'm very, very, very lucky. I consider myself very lucky. There are people who want to go through this life, not believe in incarnation, and they prefer to go through life being the impulse of everybody else, sitting in pain and lack of forgiveness for years. And they also want to go through life making choices as a result of what the neighbors told them. For instance, there are people who go through their entire lives believing that the marriage prospects for their children is all that counts, is all that matters. There are a lot of religious people like that. They'll do everything in their life just for the marriage prospects of their children. And then you have the people who believe that a secular education is the only way to live life. And believing in incarnation is for the crazies. So because they don't believe in incarnation, because they believe only in education, they're bound to be disappointed. And they live in impulse. I've seen these people live in impulse. They live in somebody else's impulse. It's sad. It's unfortunate. but that's a choice they made. You make the choices. We make the choices in our lives. We can become independent, dependent on ourselves, or become dependent on others. That's my message today. Thanks so much for my awesome supporters, subscribers, and if you want to see the amazing interview I did a couple days ago, 4 sequences of the interview, look back a couple of videos ago. Another point I wanted to point out, and that is that if you like this video, press the like button. And if you want to share this video, because I really believe I am giving out diamonds, please do share my videos. If you want to share, I think it would be very helpful to others as well. If you subscribe, if you press that subscribe button, the great thing is that you'll be able to see those videos ASAP as soon as they come out. And remind you once again, it's the 1 year anniversary since I started YouTubing. And because of it, every 10th subscriber today is getting a free gift to be shipped out worldwide for free. You got it for free wherever you live in the world. That's my message today. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.